Hello, my beautiful women. Pull up a chair, grab a tea and a notebook because today we're going to discuss a very interesting topic, as always. Today's my 5th day of recording videos on YouTube every day during 2 weeks. All of those videos are about how to get better, how to go on the next level of your life, how to feel more feminine, more sexy, more attractive. These videos are just a real guideline, real playbook for any of you who is watching right now of how to become the next version of yourself in life. My name is Caroline. For all of new people that first time on my channel, the idea of this video came up to me yesterday when I opened Threads, and there was a discussion about all girls that dated rich guys, like rich men. Tell us all of your secrets, like what's going on behind the scenes. I'm opening it out of curiosity because it is interesting to see what people say. All what I see there, most of the people, 99% of the women say that, oh yeah, I was dating a wealthy man and all of them are greedy, they're abusing you, you live like in jail, like in cage, they do not let you work, they do not let you do whatever you want to do. I'm reading all of this and I'm like, this is crazy because I'm also dating a millionaire and there's no such thing. Everything that they were talking there, it's so depressing, it's so sad. So I even filmed a reel about it because it just made me so angry and so, it's just very interesting to see the whole society mood about like rich people, wealthy people, to see the mood about the beliefs and, things that people tell themselves and like those bubbles that people live in. And which is even more interesting is that all of those beliefs are made by other people and they were told to you during your whole life. You believe them, you live for them, and in the end you probably are not satisfied with the life you're living because these are not your beliefs, because these are not your rules that you did not make, that you did not create for yourself. So you just adjusting to someone else's reality, and after that wondering, why I cannot attract the right man? Why am I not happy with my life? Why I'm always depressed, why I'm always sad, why I do not have energy to do anything, why every time I meet the same guy but in just like different bodies, but I have the same situation, the same problem over and over again. You asking yourself all of those questions, and I think I got an answer for you. I hope this video might be one of the answers. We just like discussing, fantasizing about one version of it. I just want to share it with you today and maybe remind you some very interesting points, some very interesting things about you as a woman. I think these reminders and this way and path to your real self, they definitely gonna make you feel better and they definitely gonna make you relief. Okay, if this sounds good to you, stick around. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and let's start. When you're asking yourself in life, how do I attract a rich man? Everyone wants to live good, right? Everyone wants to live in a wealthy reality when you do not have problems and thinking about what am I gonna eat tomorrow, or how am I gonna pay for my rent, or how am I gonna survive. All of us want to do that, and there's a lot of different ways of how to get something that you want in life. And let's say, hypothetically, your biggest problem is you attract wrong people in your life. You think that they're wrong, right? So like every time you're working on yourself, you're educating yourself, you're interested in psychology, you're reading books, you're getting better and better. Like you, a few years ago, it's different you. It's like different version of yourself because you actually care about how you want to live your life. You actually care about what you want and what you need. You have already those feelings and understanding of like how you picture yourself and your future, but somehow you still attract in your life people that you do not really want to see. So the name of the video might be very on the surface because when we talking about how to get something, how to attract someone rich, We're not going to specific places where all rich people are. We do not do such a thing. We start from the inside. I said it already in all of my videos because that's true. That's my biggest value. If you want to change something in your life, if you want to attract someone in your life, you have to start from yourself. A few days ago, I recorded a video of like how to break this pattern of attracting the same person every time. Please watch it if you still didn't do that. It's very long, it's very detailed and interesting. Today I want to talk more about beliefs and why could possibly limit you in your life and what could possibly stop you from living the life you want, from meeting people that you want and that you think would make your life better. And the biggest key and answer to that is, as I said, our beliefs and everything that we grew up with. There is some knowledge that other people put into your head at school, at university, your parents, your society, people around you. All of those human beings have specific beliefs, have specific patterns that they sharing with you, and you subconsciously use all of those instruments, which is fine, in living your life and communicating with external world. So if we go back to this thread that I read yesterday, and you know why it made me so mad and so like furious that I wanted to say like, no, this is not true. It just made me realize that the human belief, like the whole society level, thinks that if you are rich, you cannot get there without doing something criminal, without doing something bad, or without scamming people. You cannot get there if you're a good person. If you're rich, you're probably an abuser, or you probably thinking only about your work. You probably do not have nice family because you only working, and blah blah blah, etc etc. You could say any belief that you have there, because I'm honestly thinking there's thousands of those cliche. Most of the people think like this, and when they actually want something from this life, like they want to become better, they want to make more money, they want to meet rich man. What does that mean? I want to meet rich man. It does not mean that you just want a man that just has a lot of money. This is not about that. It's more that you're thinking that a rich man has some specific tools that other people do not. Opportunities, possibilities. He's probably smart. He knows how to work. He knows how to get what he wants. He knows way more about life and way more about communications. He speaks with this world that we live in. He probably speaks on the same language because he is succeeding in this specific reality with the rules of this reality. So when you say that I want a rich man, you are not meaning that I just want a bank account. By that you mean power, intelligence, next level. And think about it, how can you get any of that if your beliefs, for example, when you were a kid, your parents would always say that rich people are bad, this is very scary, this is very like you should worry, because if you're gonna get rich, you probably, something bad might happen to you. I cannot say those words on YouTube, but you know what I mean. From the childhood, they would put those beliefs into you that this is not secure. Be something different from all people around you. Be something like being too much is not secure. That might get you in danger. That might get you a lot of problems. So of course, when you're growing up, you're not even having this thought in your head like, maybe I should become rich, or like maybe I have to strive for better. Maybe I can change myself and like become better myself so I can start attracting the right people. You might not even think about any of that because this is unsafe. Just go right now and think about what beliefs I do have in my head that I am not agreeing with, because there's so many. Like, you are not supposed to accept all of those family programming, all of those family beliefs that you had for like 100 years from your parents, from your grandparents, from your grand whatever, all of them. You're not supposed to take all them and live with them your life, because it's yours. So if you want to change something about it, if you want to be different, if you want to be better, you can. But for doing such a thing, you have to work on your programs. You have to Think about what is actually yours, what you like, and what really helps you to live your life and be better, and what is very destructive, what hurts your life, what hurts you, what does not let you live freely and enjoy this life. Because if some of your beliefs are that rich men are abusive, or that rich men cannot love you, they always cheat, trust me, this is going to happen to you, because we are what we believe, and our reality forms and depends on what we believe. So if you believe that your life is amazing, if you believe that you want to have a lot in your life, you want to be this too much for average person, you want all of this wealth, you want an intelligent man that is gonna love you, that is gonna make a lot of money, that is gonna know how to handle this world and this reality, that would have a lot of ambitions, that will have a lot of goals. You next to him are going to have a lot of goals, a lot of ambitions. Your own business, your own potential is going to be seen. If you believe all that, this is going to happen to you. Your reality is gonna fit into your vision and into things that you are imagining. And there is nothing about magic here or even manifestation. This is just how our brain works. Everything starts with a thought. And if your thought and your beliefs are toxic and they intoxicate in your life, maybe start thinking about how I can change them. Maybe start thinking, what beliefs do I have? Do they actually help me in my life? If they do not, cut them out. You do not need them. It's a very interesting practice to do today, because when I had my practice a few years ago and I was thinking, okay, what do I want in my life? I want to be rich. I want to be wealthy. I want my man to take care of me. I want him to love me. I want him to be loyal to me. I want to have a lot of kids. I want to have a beautiful house. I wanted to have all of those things that people think that are not possible to be together. I want all of them in one life, in one reality, which is mine right now. I want all of this together, and I do not care if they tell me that it's not possible. I do not care if they do tell me that this does not exist. I do not care. I'm gonna find the right person to do so. I'm gonna work on myself to make this exist and to make this happen. If this never happened before, which is also impossible, but let's say it did not, I am gonna be the first one who does. I'm gonna do it the way I want it. So when I thought about it, okay, I want all of those together, and everyone around says it's impossible. Everyone around says that big money, a lot of responsibility, like you cannot even do anything except, for example, your business, because it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of stress, it's stressful, it's like so many responsibilities, so many problems. First of all, I cut off all of those people who think this way, because it really, really matters for your community around you to have the same values and have the same beliefs. This is what I did first. Second, I changed my beliefs, because when you want all of that, but in the same moment there's like a little voice of your parents, or I don't know, like someone that you grew up with, and they tell you, but you have to be careful, Caroline. Please be careful, because if the man is rich, it might hurt you. You have to always have your own. You have to always be worried. You have to always be ready for something bad to happen. And when you live with this for very many years, this forms you. And obviously, when you want something better, you cannot get it, because subconsciously, your brain, you think about how to survive. You always think about the worst scenario. You always think about that it's not possible. So wanting and actually doing that and, believing in that, actually, these are different things. And you have to make sure that your inner world is connected with your head and is connected with the outside. So what I did next, I changed my beliefs. I realized that what makes the bad person bad is not money, success, power. These are just instruments. Because imagine a lemon. You have a lemon, right? If you squeeze the lemon, it's not gonna give you orange juice or cherry juice or apple juice. It's gonna give you lemon juice. So any pressure that you put on this lemon, power, money, influence, knowledge, anything you put on it, it gives you lemon juice. So if the person is bad and he's treating you bad, it's not because he has a lot of money. It's not, there's two different things that are not correlating with each other. It's about personality. It's just, if person was not this bad when he did not have it, it does not mean that he was not bad before and he did not have bad intentions before. It just means that he did not have enough instruments to show his real self and to relieve real personality and real intentions that he had. So whatever comes out of pressure was already inside. This is very important belief that I understood first. So instead of thinking about, okay, how can I choose and get like rich men, for example, I was thinking about the values. I was thinking about how to choose the men that share my values, that is a gentleman, that loves taking care of me, that loves me, that has the same understanding of the world and like looking into the same direction. I started choosing with my heart, not with my head, not with my beliefs. I started choosing with my heart what I really want and what I really want to see in my life, what type of person I want to see next to me. Because as I said, money, power, all of those things, they just like extras. It's the same like in the video game, you know, like when you start the game, you have the base, which is like you, and you can always buy some extra stuff, bags, clothing, you can change this clothing, you can buy a car, you can buy all of those subjects, but they do not change the personality, they do not change who you really are. You know, they just make the life better or maybe worse. So here it's the same. Maybe stop thinking about how to get the rich man and focusing on those subjects and start thinking about, who do I want to be next to this person? How do I want to feel next to this person? Do I want to feel loved? Yes. Do I want to feel like person's taking care of me? Yes. Do I want him to feel like we have the same values, that we look towards the same direction, that we love each other, that we want to have kids, or maybe we do not want to have kids? Like, what are our values and where we want to go? These things are way more important because these are things about actual personality. These are things about the inner world. And when you start focusing on those, it becomes way easier to choose what you really need and what you want. Because if person matches with you here, trust me, making money, getting power, and doing all of those things becomes so much easier. It becomes way easier because you know that you're with the right person who also wants to do all of that, and from there you're just going towards your goals. So the question here, the goal itself, should be a little bit twisted, because otherwise you're just gonna get a rich man, but you were not looking subconsciously for a rich man. You were looking for love, you were looking for power, you're looking for someone who can take care of you, you were looking for someone who can like gift you this freedom and who can be with you and enjoy your life. This is what you're looking for, not for a rich man. Let me know down below in the comments if you understand the little lemon theory and if you understand what I'm talking about. You are free not to believe any beliefs that your family or your baseline gave you. Choose by the juice, okay? Not by the label. When you're gonna start choosing everything around you with your heart, and when your goals would come out from your heart and from your inner feelings and wishes, everything else, all of other subjects and things would come very easy into your life. I wish you a very nice day, an amazing present moment. Go reflect on what we talked about today. Let me know down below in the comments if you have any insights, or in general, what do you think? And if you have any other questions, let's discuss them. Let me know down below as well, because it's already 5th day. I still have more than half to go, and I feel like one day I would probably run out of ideas. So it's very important to me that you letting me know what are you interested in, so we can discuss that and get better together. Bye bye.